Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est lundi, le 2 mai. Here's what we're up to this week. Discussion, first one aujourd'hui, second one probablement vendredi. We'll see between jeudi et vendredi, which is a little more interesting for a question. La traduction, your translation for this week, is the Le Weekend video that you watched last week with R7OL. You're going to be doing a little survey activity to prepare for our next histoire, which is more of a movie talk. It's taken from a pretty interesting music video. And that song that we're going to watch that goes along with the video is called Je suis jalouse. So you're going to take a survey about what makes you jealous. A flip grid, as always. We'll be starting the story Je suis jalouse, taking a quiz on that first part, quick write, etc. Okay. Donc aujourd'hui c'est, oops, definitely forgot to change that. Lundi, le 2 mai, et le mot de passe est répétez s'il vous plaît. Répétez s'il vous plaît. This doesn't necessarily come in handy for our class a whole lot because we are not in the same time and place very often, but if you were to travel to France, if you were to speak with a French speaker, being able to ask répétez s'il vous plaît is a good way to buy you some time and obviously hear something a second time. So répétez s'il vous plaît. Aujourd'hui dans l'histoire. Okay, aujourd'hui c'est le 2 mai, c'est lundi, le 2 mai, et c'est l'anniversaire des événements de mai 68. Événements, c'est events. The events of May 1968, 68. You may never have heard of this before, but it was a pretty big deal in French history. And as you can see, some stuff went down back at that time in history. En 1968, les étudiants, students, ont manifesté. They went kind of not on strike, but they demonstrated, they showed their frustration in the streets. Manifesté. À l'Université de la Sorbonne à Paris. La Sorbonne, we actually heard about La Sorbonne with Paulette Nardal during our l'histoire de, Le mois de l'histoire des Noirs, our Black History Month article about her. She was the first Black woman to attend La Sorbonne. So La Sorbonne à Paris, c'est une université très prestigieuse et les étudiants, ils étaient frustrés et fâchés because il y avait des problèmes. There were just various problems having to do with equity, having to do with the rights of students, etc. En gros, the basics, il voulait réformer le système éducatif et aussi le gouvernement. Il voulait réformer, they wanted to reform the education system and the government. Toute la violence de ces manifestations était visible à la télévision. So if you take a look at, this is in English, this YouTube video, it shows you some of the footage from that point in time. So people, even who didn't live in Paris or who weren't in this part of town, could see what was going on. Et d'autres personnes, other people, ont décidé de join les étudiants dans la manifestation. Une manifestation, like I tried to explain up here, is a demonstration. But I mean that in a way that's more like you're demonstrating your desire for something different. It's, like I said, we would maybe say a strike in English, but they weren't actually striking. They were just trying to fight for more rights. We don't really have a great way to express that in English. In France, though, culturally, les manifestations, or these types of demonstrations, are pretty common. So the word manifestation or the verb manifester are both very commonplace. Bon, alors avec la télévision, with the fact that people all over the country could see this, more people joined up. Il y avait étudiants enseignants, travailleurs, étudiants, students. Enseignants, c'est teachers, professors, et travailleurs, workers. Tous unis, all united. So this expanded beyond just les étudiants. Okay, so use this information that I just gave you and the information on the slide to answer what were the students fighting for and where did the demonstrations take place. Okay. Il y a un peu de nouveau TPR. So this will include a video. It's just uploading right now that I will put on here so you can see some new gestures that go along with our vocab for our new story / song. And then finally, la traduction from the video we watched last week with Alice Ayel, Le Weekend. You're just going to be translating that as usual. And then if you need to jot down the write and discuss, if you did not do that last week, it is right here for you on this next slide. If you didn't take the quiz last week, it's also linked here. So make sure you do that. Super important. Okay, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Au revoir tout le monde.